You're listening to Bark and Wag's 15-Minute Vet Talk. Each week, your host, Polly Requa, interviews veterinarians and individuals in the pet industry from across the nation answering pet questions. Bark and Wag podcast is produced weekly for your enjoyment, and show notes can be found at barkandwag.com under the podcast tab. That's BARKNWAG.com. Please remember to subscribe to Bark and Wag 15-Minute Vet Talk.
Thank you for listening to Bark and Wag 15-Minute Vet Talk. Bark and Wag is dedicated to protecting our dogs through advocacy, education, and supporting like-minded dog lovers by selling custom pet products. Bark and Wag is excited to announce our new partnership with a Colorado hemp farm to produce a line of CBD products for your pets. Bark and Wag has CBD pet tincture available in 300, 750, 1200, and 2400 milligrams. Bark and Wag CBD is pet safe, no THC, it's made in the USA, and is CO2 extracted. Please check out Bark and Wag's website, barkandwag.com. That is B-A-R-K, the letter N, W-A-G.com, to see our line of CBD and awesome merchandise. We love pooch ideas for podcasts and merchandise, so anytime send an email to Polly at barkandwag.com with your suggestions.
Welcome to Bark and Wag 15-Minute Vet Talk. I'm your host, Polly Requa. Today we're talking to Joan, Marketing and Community Engagement Manager with Foothills Animal Shelter in Golden, Colorado. Welcome, Joan.
Thank you so much for having us. We're excited to be here.
I wanted to have you on the podcast so that you could tell us about all the events going on at Foothills till the end of the year, as well as one next week called Pup Up Market.
Yes, so we're super excited. Foothills really loves engaging with our community, so we're really excited to have our events coming back after COVID. And this year we have our second annual Pup Up Market happening on Saturday, September 10th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's here at our shelter in Golden, and it's kind of like think farmers market meets beer tasting, meets live music, local vendors, and then, of course, adoptable pets. So it's a really fun event, and it's a great way to get involved and help support our work at the shelter.
And what else do you have going on?
Yeah, so that event, like I said, is Saturday, September 10th. Tickets are $15, and you can get those on Foothills Animal Shelter's website, so foothillsanimalshelter.org. Coming up, if you can't make it to that event, we have our Squeak Easy happening on November 3rd. It's a whiskey and wine tasting event, and it's here at the shelter as well. We haven't started selling tickets for that quite yet, but keep your eye on our website, and then also follow us on social media to see when we launch that event. We're really excited to bring our tasting series back. We haven't been able to do those since before COVID, and they're really, really fun. And then, of course, we have coming up Colorado Gives Day. It's the first Tuesday in December, December 6th. It's a great way to get involved and support your local nonprofits here in Colorado. It's a huge day of giving across the state, and we would be honored if you would select Foothills Animal Shelter as one of your charities of choice. You can start with early giving as soon as November 1st. So you can go on to coloradogives.org, make a gift starting November 1st, or you can wait until actual event day where everyone comes together and donates. And that event is so important to helping us raise the money to provide the services that we do here at Foothills Animal Shelter.
In going back to the Pup Up Market, what type of vendors will you have?
Yeah, we will have a lot of really fun vendors. I'm super excited. I was joking with my team that I'm going to be spending all of my money probably at the event. We're going to have some flower trucks coming so you can make these beautiful bouquets. We're going to have, of course, food trucks, the 5 breweries, and then we'll have things like jewelry. Local artists are coming. We have a macaroon company coming that does macaroons for both dogs and people. We have cupcakes. We'll have just all sorts of different things, 2 live bands. So a lot of really fun vendors. We've been really specific. We want to support local business, and we also want to have it be a really fun, enjoyable event. So again, tickets are $15. You can get those at foothillsanimalshelter.org, and all of the proceeds come back to helping pets in need.
And can you buy a ticket at the door?
As long as we don't sell out. So tickets are limited, and we're encouraging people to buy ahead of time, but assuming we have some still available, you can definitely buy at the door.
And where is it in the parking lot?
It is, yeah. So we're located at 580 McIntyre Street in Golden. We're right off 6th Avenue in Indiana, and it's in our parking lot. We're surrounded by the foothills. It's hopefully going to be a really warm, beautiful day. And yeah, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We will also be offering 50% off all pets 6 months and older. You don't need a ticket to come to the adoption special portion, but you do need to come into the event. You need a ticket.
Well, those all sound like super events, and I appreciate you being on the podcast and look forward to having you back.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to Bark and Wag's 15-Minute Vet Talk. If you like what you just heard, we hope you'll pass along our web address, www.barkandwag.com, to your friends and other pet owners. Have a pressing question for a veterinarian? Ask your question at barkandwag.com under the podcast tab. This has been a KFR production. Join us next time for another edition of Bark and Wag's 15-Minute Vet Talk.